Ho ho boardies, welcome to Borderline Games. I'm Gareth and this is Danganronpa episode 19. Sakura is dead. Last episode we did the investigation and now we're doing the 4th class trial. So let's get into it and see what's going on. Ooh. This one. Continue. Aha. Yes, we literally just started the trial. Or got to the point where we can start. E-handbook. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of things that we can use. Let's see if we can add more skills. Five SP. Decreases an argument to 3 statements or less. Should we just go for it? Let's just go for it. Okay.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial.
We know.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive, and I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
It's the 4th time now.
Where to begin?
We already know who did it.
No, we already know who did it.
Whoa, deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
Idiot.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone.
It's nice that we got Sakura as opposed to Genocide Jack.
I don't want to hear your stupid excuses.
I think she's jumping to conclusions. Hina seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. Ba-da-dum-ba-da-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum-bo. Okay. Okay. So you got Aoi's account.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense. That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Oh no. Oh, missed it.
That's about as low as you can get.
Okay, well, I know it's that one I need to do. Some concrete reason why Hina suspects those 3 specifically. I'm sure she's mentioned it before. What could it be?
It was one of you.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Oh, what? Idiotic.
That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
That's the only reason you have her accusing us?
Boom.
No,
J'accuse.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died. So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's a good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Then does that mean one of them did it? Does it? Pocket trash.
The fact that Sakura
I know.
wanted to meet with all 3 of them.
Hiro said that
There's no
he
way
saw her.
that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw her.
Yeah, you did.
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. Objection.
Hiro, when we were talking before, you dropped a small piece of paper, remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots? That's gotta be the wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
Yeah.
No, it's...
No.
Ever since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy.
Okay.
So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
In that case, Hiro,
Why did you do that?
did you get that piece of candy?
From Sakura! It's the only explanation.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Well, what Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could only have gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Hiro got the candy from Hina. Sakura loved candy too much to share. We know when she got it. Is that right?
I got it!
I got it.
I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office.
That's right.
So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
Uh-huh.
Damn it.
God damn it.
I mean, what I meant was, Oh, that's right! I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
Why the sudden hostility?
Well, we just talked, that's all. I didn't do anything, you gotta believe me!
You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You're acting incredibly suspicious!
You are hostile.
Good comeback.
It's not just normal hostility! You're the real culprit! I even have proof!
Proof? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Ah, right, yeah. What would a shining message even be?
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
Right.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
See? See?
Yeah.
Toko did
Where was
it.
that again? It was in a magazine, right?
What are you saying? No way!
Yeah, it was in a magazine that was put in upside down.
You just don't know when you're beat.
When we picked it up, we could see Toko was written in it.
Hiro, hold on. When did you see that dying message of hers?
Huh?
Huh?
Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Yeah, how did you know it was there?
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime. So it's hard to believe that's when you actually saw the message for yourself.
Yeah. Huh. Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with the dying message in it, it was on the magazine shelf? Yeah, it was on the shelf.
I got it!
I got it.
Yoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the investigation.
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't make sense?
'Cause how would he have seen it?
What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
There's definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Dum, 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 dum. Disco, disco, disco. Magazine dying message. Okay.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun.
Oops.
I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf.
Oh, we should use this.
When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Total sense. He said he saw the dying message when he first found the body. But at that time, where was the magazine? So I need to say that it was on the magazine shelf. And he wouldn't have had access to that.
Exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
No
No!
J'accuse! Go for a break.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
But I believe in Hiro. I don't think that he's the... I don't think he's the murderer, so why is he lying now?
Tell us the truth, Hiro. When did you see the message?
Hold on! You're focusing on the wrong part! Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is!
The
Toko!
Vienna sausage?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
Jesus.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that message in the first place?
Well, there's no blood on her hand.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message.
Yeah.
100%! Without a doubt, she wrote it! And this is me talking, so you know it's true!
Okay, without a doubt. No, I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way Sakura wrote that message. What's it gonna be now? Oh, okay.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right.
Oh, how do I reload? Lock on with that. Attack left. Once you've locked on, reload. Tab key. Okay.
The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right.
Oh,
The occult
no.
is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right.
This is so bad. Oh, I got through it.
Show me the proof.
This should prove it.
This should prove it. It was very Sonic. This should prove it.
I'm completely unconvinced that Sakura wrote that.
I'm aware
dumb
that I didn't
message.
do good Sonic. Okay.
Because if you look at it, the message was almost certainly written using a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of
That's
blood.
what I'm saying.
Say what?
I was having a seizure now.
Then, who did write it?
Hiro could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Yeah, that's...
What a way to make yourself look innocent.
He admits it!
He admitted.
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
Because I killed her!
No way. I don't believe you, Hiro. You're admitting to killing her.
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to the rec room right before noon, just like it said.
You just
It'd be
did
funny if this is
exactly
where
as
this
the note asked. What a fool.
class trial ended. 15 minutes in, when every other one's been at least 2 hours.
And when I got there...
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple of other people to meet as well. Oh, okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure, thanks.
That's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape. So of course I freaked out, and then... I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and
It didn't do
across her
enough
head.
damage.
I hit her from behind before she had any idea what was happening. Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed. So I wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table and I ran away.
You coward hero.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, that's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now,
Thirsty for
right?
death.
We know
Good
who did
vibes.
it.
No, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
So, Hiro was assuming that the magazine would have been out. Yeah, what is it that Hiro did that doesn't make sense? What he would have had to do after writing the message, it doesn't make sense. Why didn't he use the finger? Yeah, why was it hidden?
I got it!
I
That's
got
true.
it.
Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden, does it? By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's
Not lying. So he didn't do the murder. Because we know that Sakura coughed up blood.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf. In other words, at least one other person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Okay. That's easy to deduce. Who wouldn't like the name Toko written in blood? Toko.
I got it!
I got it.
It had to be Toko, right?
What?
Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Yeah.
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room? Why would I have... Wait! But
Genocide,
more important,
Jack did.
that doesn't even matter! We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it!
That's right. I killed her.
You didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't
The
the
bottle
killer.
wasn't the murder weapon.
You can't be serious! That's just... I don't believe it!
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time. If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
Sakura.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
Okay.
I don't really see why, but okay.
We haven't reached the end of the case just yet. Hiro isn't the real killer. And I have to prove that. Yeah, because Kyoko examined the body.
I didn't want to, but
so we might want...
Grab the Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind, before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind.
Yeah.
And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
Oop.
After the first swing, the bottle shattered.
Missed.
And she went limp.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer!
No, he made a mistake. Let's do it again. There's something that proves that, the wounds on her head.
I didn't want to, but
She was attacked more than once.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind, before she could do anything.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Yeah, just once.
No, it's wrong.
Objection! Objection!
If Sakura died from Hiro's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2 head wounds.
Exactly. 2 bottles were smashed then, because when we put all the glass together, it was heavier than one of the other bottles.
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But I only hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come from a Monokuma bottle.
Hold on! How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
That's right.
There's something very suspicious about those bottles.
Okay. So is it just because we've got 2 missing?
Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must have been used.
Because there's 2 missing.
Think back. After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right?
Uh-huh.
And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hiro hit Sakura with, right?
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6 bottles?
Because there's 6 different types of chess pieces?
That's
Are there?
easy.
I feel like there should be more.
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
Yeah, pawn, bishop. So we're missing a rook, and we're missing a queen or king, whatever's missing there. The correlation between the Monokuma bottles, I feel like it started to become clear. That connection must be, it's the object that the Monokuma figure inside each bottle is holding. So what's that? Chess piece. Hangman's Gambit. It is chess piece. E. S. P. 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 E. Right. C. Boom.
Now I understand.
Now I understand. Sonic control. No. Chaos control.
The chess.
Oops.
Inside
Didn't mean
each
to
box,
skip
there
that.
was a Monokuma
Trigger
figure
happy.
holding a different chess piece.
King, rook, bishop, pawn. I definitely remember seeing
Right.
each
So that's a
of
king.
those.
So we're missing a queen and knight.
And the piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
Yes, that's right.
So, what's
We're
that
missing a
matter?
queen.
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me explain. In chess, there are 6 different pieces,
The two players sat either side an 8x8
rook,
black and white
knight,
chessboard.
bishop, and pawn. What was left
It's a game of
intact at
strategy.
the crime scene were the king, rook, bishop, and pawn. Just those four. And on the ground was the knight.
The rules are quite complex, but simple in its base. Yeah.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
I got it.
So we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene, while one apparently went missing.
Okay.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yeah.
What is shogi?
No, that's not
Like a variant of drafts or something?
So, let's say a bottle did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle
There is, we
could
did that
have
experiment.
disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle is connected to this case.
How is it clear?
Think about
An
what
accusatory
state the missing
point.
bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
Wait, then the bottle that was missing, it was excited! It was completely intact. Well, it's broken.
I got it!
I got it!
The bottle must have been broken,
What makes you so sure?
because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
And what is this evidence?
So it's got to be the little experiment that we did. Let's have a look. That's right, okay, so... not just the bottles themselves. Examine. This is it.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment. We compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection of pieces was heavier. And the reason for that is... there was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
What? What?
So from this,
Whoa?
we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime. But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of one of the bottles, along with the figure inside. But when they did, they must have left behind a few too many pieces. Which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
They should have weighed them.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by some bowling aficionados. Not the first attacker, because that was Hero. Second attacker.
I got it!
It was the easiest thing about this game.
Removed
Those
from the scene
silly
was
questions.
used the second time Sakura
These
was
silly
attacked.
questions.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle. Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Oh, wait! I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but... But there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
Okay.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were claiming you killed her!
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus,
That's just the kind of guy I am.
proves it.
Okay,
Something that proves
fine.
it.
Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her. I saw Toko go into the rec room.
She was already in there. You did.
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay. That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all alone. Toko had disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Yeah. Well, you hold out on us,
After the
hero.
shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So Toko,
It was a bit convenient
where
that
the
he
heck
didn't
did
know
you
that.
disappear to?
He didn't think to bring that up.
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm sure she didn't disappear, but maybe she found somewhere to hide.
Oh, huh?
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Whoa, why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
No, it's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows Toko was hiding in the rec room. I have it. She left it there for someone to find. A new element has been added to bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Uh-huh. So far you've probably been pressing the left mouse button during your final strike without a second thought. But from now on you're going to have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. Now you'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. Oh, okay. You'll select it the same way as during the non-stop debate, simply pressing the Q key or the mouse wheel. Also, like the debate, if your logic difficulty is set to kind, you'll have fewer bullets to choose from. But for educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean regardless, just this once, okay? Oh, by the way, you're about halfway through the game now. Go you! Only halfway through the game! Well then, good luck and have fun. Only halfway through! I thought there was only one more class trial after this.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie.
Oops.
That's enough. It's a lie.
Come on.
I admit nothing.
Okay.
That's enough.
What is it? Oh. Oh. Okay.
I curse you. No! That's enough. I admit nothing. I curse you.
Okay, final strike.
That's enough.
Oh, lock a handprint. That's what it is.
This should prove it.
This should prove it. Chaos control.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does his handprint look familiar, Toko?
It doesn't.
They should match. This should be an exact match.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we? That'll clear everything up, right?
Yeah, they should just do fingerprints at the very start and then we'd have it all sorted out.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
It's a shame we don't have the, like, ultimate forensic person.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Then you killed Sakura!
No, I swear, there's no way!
Out with it.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Give us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
talk. Now.
Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go, but I was too scared to face her head on. So I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then
A likely story. Well, we know that happened, actually. That's not likely, but it is a likely story. Just being sincere.
And I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
well, that's awkward.
Awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
Like an idiot.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growling. And when I turned around,
She was awake.
there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me. When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
Her? You mean Genocide Jack?
Guess who's back?
It was your fault after all.
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wonder. So I opened my eyes to see... Splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that. And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle. Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible! No, she's terrible! Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever!
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman! If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master!
Go away and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
Is she gonna get a chance to kill him? That'd be good.
But I just can't catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me. Because normally, Sakura should have been able to dodge my attack, no problem!
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
Hey, come on. That's, you know. But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre. So that's good.
So that's good. Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
Huh? I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
No, not quite yet.
Huh?
Why is Hina so quick
Not
to...
yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
It wasn't?
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Your wish is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Okay. So... Okay. Kyoko's examination. Okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up!
Yeah.
I killed her there in front of the shelf!
God damn it. Okay, so I've got to counter that with where her body was. She was in a chair.
I was just sleeping peacefully. And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monokuma bottle?
You got it! I smashed her good!
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up! I killed her there in front of the show!
Objection! J'accuse!
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally noticed.
That's
You
just another
idiots.
lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf was this magazine shelf bloodstain.
Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right? All to make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Hey, come on now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
I'm not.
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all, the locked room, still has yet to be explained.
Yeah.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
Oh, so she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door? And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
But there was a reason why that couldn't have happened, wasn't there? Oh, we saw it open.
No, I don't think that's possible.
The reason there's no way Toko was hiding in the locker is because I was in the locker. The locker was too small. I saw it for myself.
I got it!
That's gotta be it.
Even
I
before
got
we
it.
opened the door to the rec room, Tina and I both got a look inside. And at that point, the locker was already open. So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
Okay then, where was she hiding?
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
I think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
Okay.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
And
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
Okay. Could we really be missing something so important? If there's another possible explanation, maybe it's... Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack,
Well, we know it's not the shot to the head.
what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head.
No!
Hina's being a bit suspicious, I think. Yuna's been a bit suspicious.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
No way. It's not gonna fly.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really are into dead bodies!
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
She's the ultimate detective.
But if there wasn't a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely, Sakura was poisoned.
Poisoned?
Poisoned?
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knee! She was poisoned? It isn't possible!
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain exactly how the culprit was able to poison her.
Yeah, please do.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this
You're the only one
mystery is
talking.
hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Huh? Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Is that the poison?
It's not an especially powerful poison, but it'll still kill you if you drink an entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter. What does matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections.
It was in section A,
B,
right?
And C.
C is where the poison was, B was something that didn't matter, and A was the like stuff, supplements and protein powders
In
and stuff.
section A, dietary supplements.
Reagents.
B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Isn't it? The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it from. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. I'm positive. We were just told when that was. Too easy.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was for supplements or whatever.
So if Sakura
Strange, isn't it?
had
Why would
the
there be a
protein
bottle of
powder or the
poison
protein
mixed
drink or
in all
whatever
those
it is,
nutritional
why was it
additives?
on top of glass?
Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
Oh, so took out the one that was poison, then dropped the protein one?
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips, and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing. All we could do is stand there and watch. But as if it were the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever.
Ugh, that tastes awful.
No! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Protein?
It was switched. The old switcheroo.
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Huh?
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely, the poison must have been in... Could it be? Right, so it was in the protein shake. Okay. Well, okay. Ah. T. E. R. Okay, D. I. N. Okay, done it.
Now I understand. The poison must have been poured into the protein can. If the protein's in the poison bottle, it seems only logical to assume the reverse is true, right?
Right.
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can. Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit was able to get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Something at the scene. Protein drink.
I got it!
I got it.
You're saying they gave her a protein
Crafty.
drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That is the true cause of death.
You know, I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the mixtures.
For real? Who was it?
Checked all the shoe sizes.
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The evidence that shows who switched them. It has to be. It must be what we found in the front of the shelf. Too much of a clue. Come on. No. There we go. Footprints in the powder.
I got it! The footprints left behind in front of the shelf. That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point. They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
Right. But why was the bottle smashed?
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem.
And why was the poison in that Section A to start with?
All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
Hina?
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Oh my god.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
Was it an accident?
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected. The footprints were made by a pair of sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
Sneakers, huh? The only people wearing sneakers here are... Well, not Leon. Well, it won't be Byakuya. It's got to be just us two.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
These footprints must be... Makato. Are they yours? No? Okay, then let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial began. You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you?
Yeah, I noticed that.
Time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way.
Oh, yeah?
Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you, this was a particularly nasty little scheme.
Hina, is it true?
Did you
I just read that without thinking.
kill Sakura?
I'm in disbelief.
Why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt. She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought, right? That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
And then she downed it all at once. And then
So, I think this isn't the case. I think Sakura purposefully decided that she was going to kill herself and said, Hina, you pretend to be the murderer. Then she's getting caught, so it's not...
Hold it! I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I feel like Sakura wanted Hina to kill her so that she could be going free, and Hina's feeling guilty.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind. Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How did you create that locked room?
well,
Yeah, I think that Sakura locked herself in.
that doesn't matter. Just because I'm guilty, that means I have to tell you everything?
No, it doesn't. But the fact that you won't tell us concerns me.
Surely you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
Yeah.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
That was... I was just nervous. So...
Stop trying to convince people that you're the murderer.
You didn't notice?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
So she knocked it over to try and show that it was her? But if they get it wrong, she didn't kill her, then everybody else dies, and she's getting revenge for Sakura. Interesting.
Listen, Hina. Could you go into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
It does.
Hina, please. I'd like to know too.
Mm-hmm.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit. There's nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got the poison.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
I see. Okay then, go on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder, and that's where I switched them.
That doesn't make sense.
Once I was done with that, I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. Because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Yeah, it sounds like she's spoken a big contradiction. But what contradiction? I guess we'll find out next time on Borderline Games. That's all for me. See you guys. Have a good evening. Bye bye.